I am Ashwati Wilson, Assistant Professor of Computer Science and Engineering Department. I am going to take the topic normalization in the subject Principles of Database Design.
Today we are going to discuss about the third normal form. We already discussed about the first normal form and the second normal forms in the previous video. Then the third normal form, it is more adequate normal form than the first normal form and the second normal form. A table to be in the third normal form, it should satisfy the following criteria. The first one, it should be in the second normal form, and the second one, it should not have the transitive dependency. And then to explain the transitive dependency, then we have to consider the score table we discussed in the previous videos, and then in that table we have to add the two more columns. And then here in the table, the exam name and the total marks are the two new tables in the score table. And then the primary key, it is the composite key of with the student ID and the subject ID. And then here the exam name depends on the subject ID and the student ID. For example, an engineering and mechanical engineering student having the workshop, and also the CS students has not that workshop. And then the Java programming, the CS students having the practical examination, but in the max subjects there is no practical examination is present. So we can see that the exam name is depend on the student ID and the subject ID. And then another column is the total mark. The total mark is always depends upon the practical exam mark, main exam mark and the sessional exam mark. And then here, then you can see that the total marks depends on the exam name. And here it is not the primary key. Here the exam name, it is not the primary key, but here that is the primary key is the student ID and the subject ID, and then here it is not a that is the exam name is not a part of the primary key, and then the total marks depend on the exam name. The role of the primary key is that we already discussed that is with the help of the primary key in a table each and every column should be identified, but with the help of the student ID and the subject ID, total marks we can't get the total marks. So because it depends only the exam name, this is called the transitive dependency. And then how to solve this problem? To solve this problem, remove the exam name and the total marks from the score table and make it as another table. And then now the score table, it is in the third normal form because the exam name and the total marks make it as another table, that is exam table. Then we can say that then this is in the third normal, this table is in the third normal form, and the third normal form is a most important and adequate normal form in the database management system. Hope all the students got the clear idea about the normal form, that is first normal form, second normal form and the third normal form. If you have any doubt, then you can ask, you can query to me through the mail or our WhatsApp group. Thank you.